Spicy hot chips to the rescue. Hello everybody, today we're about episode 5 of Kamen Rider Gavv. So I start with a recap of Shouma, what happened last episode. As he wakes up in a cave with a Grandu, as Shouma transforms in order to fight the Grandu, but doesn't really last long. The Grandu is just happy to see Shouma, saying that experiment was a success. So I was actually kind of right in the beginning that he was experimented on. Which shocks Shouma, as well as the Grandu actually being happy that the Gojiso was a success, being his minion, and happy for Shouma, touching him like all over his armor, trying to see excited that he like experiment was a success, saying that he's similar to Bochi, who Shouma responded his dad's name. The Grandu said that he is actually the one who tinkered with his Gavv when he was young, and finally introduces himself as Dente's stomach, being played by Yuki Tadano, who hasn't really done much of a car rider stuff, all he is being the wailing module from Dente. Say that he is a great uncle, which just confuses Shouma. We see the twin shocked of Shouma's strength, and I'll say that he Dente's failed surgery experiment. And also sharing how Dente was a genius engineer behind the spice system that they use today, and it was somebody that Gavv studied. Lango arrives to berate them for their own job because, they haven't done well, and tells them to do better or to go back to using his agent, which seems to shock the twins because they don't want to actually be replaced. As Lango holds journey to change the company with dark tree that their dad seems to have created and to take over the Grandu society. As we actually are introduced to the Grandu world, with interestingly we see a mother buying some tree for her own son, which is ironic considering that Shouma's mother couldn't do that, until someone who kind of looks like an addict comes in trying to ask the agent for some dark treats. As the agent gives them the dark treats and decides to eat it, pretty much getting high from it. As Lango continues to say that the authority might come in and shut down the whole operation. So interesting to note that the whole society is not that okay with the stomach family having the food being the black market and the fear of being shutting down. Which why they need to have the wealthy people come in to add more profit for their treat, because having more rich people will allow them to have sell less stuff but get more profit from the product. There's another one dead weight for his operation, even if it had to be his family. As he leaves, as the twins make some new agents from their stomach in order to ask them to work for them. But it's interesting to see how the agent is being born from their stomach and have all color-coded with blue and white, representing twin. Meanwhile, we see Hanto and his boss talking about an illegal gambling incident with many celebrities using it, as they wanted to start a stakeout. Until Hanto gets the call from Amane saying that there's another sighting of a monster, and the boss understands how to go on ahead and he'll do the stakeout by himself. Hanto leaves, and the boss tried to warn him of Suga, but he just leaves before he can finish his statement. And speaking of Suga, we actually see him experimenting on the Chokodon Gojiso, trying to seem like he's making the balloon gun driver, because we see the blueprints all over his desk, and decided to use the drill, seeming to either open up the Gojiso to use, or maybe just to build the driver, because either way, he does look suspicious. Meanwhile, we see another Grandu, being the Otake Grandu, being played by Junichiro Nishino, who hasn't really done much of a writer thing at all. It seems to be pretty, disgusting. I don't like how he just had slime dripping all over his body. But it's a pretty nice color of orange and golden all over his little body with some holes all over it. I do like the color and all that, but I just don't like how gross he feels with all the slime. I only get one dark tree, and the agent said to give him high quality product next time. And the Otake just turns into a human form and starts to eat it. Until another agent comes in, where he actually had orange color, so he actually yelled from last episode, saying that he could get another dark tree if he does a little special assignment, which Otake happily accepts, pretty much running to him like an addict. He wants to get the food. Dente are talking about Bochi's passing, as Shouma asks why Dente is in the human world at all. As he just said that he was there because of the red Gavv, helped Shouma. Apparently there's a rumor going around that the director said that the red Gavv is actually just caramelized blood. That's the reason why the Gavv turned red. But I don't know if they're going to confirm it, but for now, I'm just saying it right now that is the current topic that, it might be just caramelized blood. As Shouma remembers his dad wanting modification, Dente explained Shouma couldn't make minions of his own, like his sibling. Shouma says it's not to blame his mother at all, especially that she was taken away from her human world, kidnapped in order to make dark tree, which, interestingly, it could be similar to what happened to Hanta's mother, who also seemed to be kidnapped in order to make dark tree. Maybe there's something going on with both Hanta's mother and Shouma's mother. I hope they explain more. Dente said that Bochi cared for them and out of love in his own way. As flashback showing Bochi, played by Ryuta Takeuchi, which isn't really much a writer. The only thing he had to be in a news anchor in Amazon's 2017 season 2, telling Dente to help Shouma in any way to give him power so that he could be fine on his own. But Dente never succeeded at it, as he never worked with humans before, but got attached to Shouma either way and wanted to help him to not have any problem. So he left the world in order to study humans in the human world. The reason why he left, but he pretty much got addicted to snack in the human world and gave Shouma some spicy chips. And Dente pretty much shocked that his power comes from snacks, and Shouma just gets angry at that. They say that he never actually loved his father and never actually felt any love for his father. And the mother hen were seen to be caged up in the mansion out of love, but it's not really love at all because they were just miserable all the time. And Dente continued to say that it was done to protect him from the rest of the family. But Shouma doesn't really like the answer as he runs away, leaving Dente behind. As Hunter walking around finds the Gochisaw being trapped, which was the monster they were looking for, and frees it. And decide to follow it to find the agent as they are inside a little warehouse collecting compressed humans. As the agent begins to organize them, the Gochisaw leaves to find Shouma. Meanwhile, Shouma runs into a park to remember his mom suffering in a flashback, as he always asked his mom if he wanted to visit the world, which the mom said that he can't do it right now, so tell him to go to bed. But when he goes to bed, he actually hears her cry, as well as another flashback as his dad wanted to drag him out of the mansion in order to make him be experimented to get him more strength. As the mom tried to stop him, but they get slapped by the dad. As Shouma pretty much goes in between them to protect his mother as he leaves, as the mom promises to take him away from the mansion, take him to the human world, so that they can finally be happy. But yeah, it's a pretty sad scene, like overall, like it's just a sad scene to see both the mother and son having to protect each other, and the fact that they can't do anything about their situation. It's really sad. I really hope Shouma does find happiness. As he's running his little flashback now, he hears a kid crying as his mother can't get a toy from the sewer for him. Shouma offered to help, but they remember what the risks helping people, giving them happiness might give them to be targeted in order to be turned to spices. It might be a main conflict for the entire show with Shouma. But either way, he decided to help out by breaking over the sewer in order to get the toy back to the boy. And both of the mother and the boy thank them and leave. Shouma knows that he must protect humans' happiness, as it's not their fault that they're happy. It's the Granu's fault for turning their own happiness into spite, and it's wrong for them to do that to humans. He decided to eat some potato chips because he's hungry, saying that they're pretty spicy but pretty good, and actually make the new red chip Gochisaw, as he wants to protect the people with the power he has now, and in order to find happiness as well for both him and his mother. But then the gummy Gochisaw comes in to explain everything about what's happening as he runs off, figure out what's going on. As we see the agent pack off to leave with the product, and Hunter is worried and decides to find a way to delay them a little bit, but then wondering what he could do in order to help, which would be an interesting way to have a main conflict for him to probably make him transform to Kamen Rider Valen later on, until he's spotted by the agent and gets knocked out by them. As Shouma arrives to help him, Shouma transforms in order to fight the agent. A really cool shot of dodging a laser bullet from one of the agents, leaving him a scar in order to transform to Kamen Rider Gavv. It's a really cool shot. As he fights the agent off, and Hunter wakes up to see Gavv fighting against them, and he can't really find his phone in order to record, but decided to go inside to find the compressed people and collects them all. As Shouma continues his fight, interestingly, a new rock insert song that doesn't last long, but I really do hope it plays more because it actually sounded really cool. I decided to transform to HirihiriChips form and tried to fight them, but to no avail, as one of the agents having their gun shoot the sword before it can make impact and not damage them. So it's pretty interesting that even the agents are learning how to fight against Shouma, until the spicy Zaku chips arrive in order to allow him to be eaten, and he does so to become the spicy chip rider power. But it's not really that different. All the difference is just the sword having some red on it. But then the red starts to glow with fire and start to burn away the agent, which is pretty cool. I really love the way that it actually at least changes the weapon at least. A little disappointed that it doesn't actually change like anything. Maybe they can add the red hot on these costume, but I think it would have been too much for the cost of the suit. So yeah, they'd be better to make it simple. Anyway, he fights the agent, burning them, and I continue to fight them in a really cool action shot with a one-take fight scene. And he keeps burning them, slashing them, and then actually cutting off a scar flame, fall down to the ground, and then it just cuts to another one-take fight scene of him jumping off and actually slashing the agent. Like, it's a really cool transition for the shot of the fight. It's really good. I really like the action in this season so far. I really like how creative it can be. He ready his finisher by throwing the sword at one of the agents and start to burn the agent up and prepared to charge up until another agent stops him from charging up, which is pretty cool that he does a really funky backflip in order to charging up his lever thing in order to prepare his finisher to kill one of the agents. Really cool. I love it. I love how he does it. I love how he has to backflip to like activate the finisher. It's really cool idea and really creative that yeah, even the enemy can stop them from charging up, but he finds a different way to finish it. Unfortunately, the other agent manages to escape the fire and actually runs away. And he goes back to Hunter trying to open up the compression pack, but Shouma tells him to stop. If he keeps doing that, they'll die. As he tells Hunter to just line them all up. As he frees multiple people at the same time. Pretty good to have multiple people be free, but then they're all scared of Gavv, calling him a monster. Finally, our future secondary writer protects our primary writer, telling everybody to calm down that he's not the monster. He's actually the Kamen Rider that's been saving them from the monster. And everybody seems to calm down and seem to look at him with, yeah, technically he is, because he hasn't actually done anything bad to these people. And as you continue to see, he's not actually attacking them or anything, so he should be the good guy in this situation. Which he is. And I really like that our secondary writer is helping out our primary writer. So I really like the relationship they'll have later in this season. As everybody calms down, and Shouma actually thanks Hunter and everybody and leaves through the window. So yeah, he just jumps out the window, which is pretty funny to me. We go to Amane's house as Hunter gives payment for her help, and she gives him the receipt as he leaves. But then Shouma arrives and tries to actually hide from Hunter to not be recognized. But he just says good night, like good evening, and just leave. Which makes Shouma happy that his identity is still a secret. He enters the place as Amane is both angry and pleased to see him, saying that he left without saying a goodbye, as he apologizes to her for leaving without saying goodbye and wants to come back to work for her again, in order to make people happy, as she allows one more chance for him to work for her. Along as next time he leaves, he'll at least say goodbye. As he thanks her, as she prepares a bed for him, as Shouma promises his mother to find a better life on Earth away from his family. Unfortunately, that better life will have to wait, and we see Hunter's boss on a stakeout as he can't buy anything, as Otake comes in, saying that he's after the boss, as he actually shows him his stomach mouth thing and transforms to a grounded form, and Judge uses his tongue to kidnap the boss at the episode end. Overall, it was a really good episode, not as exciting as the last one, as there's no new form changer, just a new little power-up similar to episode 3. I will say that I was right that yes, Hunter's boss will be kidnapped for next episode for Hunter to become Kamen Rider Valen, in order to help and save his boss, as well as this episode setting up that he wants to help Gavv in any way, especially with the fact that he wants to help him not be recognized as a monster from the human, which I like that many humans are starting to believe him. Hopefully there will be a shift to Gavv being seen as a hero to these people, and I'm really lucky to see that. Also interesting that we see the grounded world, and I want to know what's happening, what authorities are going to stop them from producing their dark tree. As I want to know what happens if they actually are caught, and what happens to the company if that's the case, because, you know, I want to see more about this world, especially seeing how they're just regular people who just have addicts just wanting to collect the spices in order to make product for them in order to eat. Hopefully there's more explained. I want to see more of the world, as well as the fact that what the whole purpose with Gavv, because his whole idea is actually the orange agent taking Otake to capture the boss, so he must be wanting to experiment on Hunter or something, especially since Suga is experimenting on Valen to make the Valen driver. I wonder if Gavv actually might know Hunter is actually the kid they kidnapped, because interestingly that Shouma, the one that tells his great uncle that his mother was kidnapped in order to make dark tree, so I'm wondering if the same thing happened to Hunter's mother. So yeah, that's my theory that Hunter's mother is actually alive like Shouma's mother and being used as a type of baby maker to make another child. Maybe we'll have a half sibling or something to be an evil villain. But there's the rumor going around that there's a black Gavv coming in, with somebody with a black Gavv that's similar to Shouma's red Gavv that will transform into an evil rider. That's one of the theories right now, so hopefully we actually see more of that. That's all I have to say. Rating wise, I give it 7.4 out of 10. What do you guys think? Do you like the episode or do you not? What do you think about all the setup we might have and the rumors going around what the rest of the story could be about? Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more Kamen Rider Gavv content. Peace.